Please wait 1 second, folks, as we gently invade your crystal ball. Hi-ho, all you enterprising seekers of knowledge out there. So sorry to intrude on your regularly scheduled ScribeTube programming, but here's a deal you won't want to miss. Name's Shinsulki, humbly serving you with the key to eternal life. That got your attention? My new book, The Black Market Guide to Immortality, is a definitive manual documenting all the forms of eternal life out there and how to achieve them. Oh, wondering if it's legit? Well, if it wasn't legit, why is it banned by every government in the Eastern region, But us casters, we let our magic do the talking, don't we? So, presented for your approval, Legend Lore. The Black Market Guide to Immortality is Nine Heavens Press's new 5E and Pathfinder 2E sourcebook. Filled with world building expanding on the setting of our first crowdfunded book, Undying Corruption. It breaks down immortality, the pinnacle of magical pursuit, into tiers of increasing difficulty and rewards. We also introduced new races, a new subclass for each class, new magic items and spells, and a full bestiary of creatures, all inspired by East Asian religions and mythologies. It's everything and anything you need to overcome and conquer death. If you want more, just follow our ScribeTube transmission to your local underground retailer and ask for my book. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Hope those hero types didn't make it any further into your lair. Toodles.
Hello everyone, welcome to Undying Corruption. Happy AAPI month and welcome to the 4th episode of our Korean folklore and mythology campaign. This is sponsored by Nine Heavens Press, who is also the publisher. Thank you so much to our sponsor for making this series possible. We are featuring giveaways during this live stream and also on our social media. You can use !enter to enter into the giveaway, which is free, and you can get more information about all of the giveaways over on our social media as well. Be sure to check out the Black Market Guide to Immortality by Nine Heavens Press. You'll see the QR code right here on the screen, and it features 5 new species and ancestries based on mythologies and folk tales from China, Japan, and Korea. There are 13 new subclasses, over 50 monsters, and so much more. We are going to jump right into it, and we're going to go around the table. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and tell us a little bit about your character. And we'll start with Faria.
Hi, everybody. I got into a headfirst collision with blue crayon earlier today. I am a variety content creator. I've been full-time content streamer, oh my god. Yeah, I do this for a living. Yes, I'm a full-time streamer on Twitch, and I make comedy-focused content around the joy of learning, and cover all sorts of like artistic and athletic disciplines. So yeah, I'm so happy to be back and excited to pick up the cliffhanger we left back on.
Excellent. And who are you playing today?
I'm gonna be playing Tashi, a tiefling, a rogue, and she has blue skin, and I only had time to do the first top of my face. So
it looks so cool. I love it.
Thank you.
The horns.
Little makeup test.
I love the horns so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Moving on, we have Brandon.
Hello everyone, my name is Brandon R. Kim. I do short form content, primarily D&D-esque focused. You can find me at Brandon R. Kim on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm playing a Jiangsung tactician, both the species and class specific to Undying Corruption. My name is Kyung Bo, and an interesting thing about the Jiangsung is they have this feature called Resilient Servant, and last episode we saw a little bit about what that can kind of do for Jiangsungs in this world. But in addition to not needing to breathe, they're also like immune to disease, resistant to non-magical poisons, resistant to radiant damage, advantage on saving throws against charmed and frightened by fiends, undead, and fae, and a few other things. So a very cool species to play in this source book.
Thank you very much. We'll go on over to Kay.
What's up, gamers? I'm Replay K. I'm a baby variety streamer specializing in card games, MMOs, RPGs, and the occasional film yap. I'm playing in this campaign Kangbu, a dwarf warlock who, uniquely to this campaign, has a patron of the Chosung Saja, and he has a passion for cooking. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, we have Technique.
Hello, I'm Technico Frank, and I am full-time content creator, and I just started getting really involved with like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I feel very old, not knowing what to do, but I'm trying. Well, other than that, I play a gumiho named Suho, and 900 plus years old. I don't go past 900 with years when it comes to telling, but other than that, yeah, just a little bit, I guess, a veteran in the group, but at the same time has really found it very interesting to let the others lead the way. It could be intrigue, it could be laziness, we don't know, but other than that, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Oh, and it's a Bard of the Ink,
College of
Ink, which is, I believe, a part of this book as well. So very interesting and very fun.
Yes, and we'll get to see it in action here as we pick off where we had left off. My dear gamers, you see an arrow cuts through the air as please select your tokens and roll for initiative. You are being ambushed here inside of the wetlands.
You didn't even get one sentence off before telling us to roll for initiative. Not even one sentence.
Not even one.
Oh, man.
Oh, we're all rolling low.
Yeah.
Oof. This is not looking good for y'all. Okay. Pengbu says, we are not alone. With that, Kyungbo, you see an arrow flying over in your direction and you are able to dodge out of the way. You are first on the turn order. What would you like to do?
Ooh, okay. Well, I think the first thing Kyungbo does is go, oh, it's not over yet, and hops onto their companion creature, a like 10-foot long gray clay dragon, an animated dragon that they hop onto the back of, and on the back of Jop Jop. I think Jop Jop is just going to move towards the danger. They have a 40-foot speed.
I will easily close that distance.
1, 2. Okay, so I can get all the way up to this dwarf right here. So I guess I would, Jop Jop would probably come like there, and Youngbo on their back. As I get close, can I recognize these figures? I know they're dwarven in stature.
Yes.
Anything else I can gain?
Let's get a free insight roll here as you're looking at these assailants.
Okay. Ooh, a 13 plus 2 is a 15.
All right. As you're looking over them, they're clearly armed individuals who are looking for blood. Glancing over what you can see of their features, they do seem to be mostly shrouded and masked, concealing their identities for the most part, but their figures, their wear, anything on their person do not look familiar to you. Perhaps these are mercenaries of some kind.
Okay. And they shot at my friends, and I'm guessing they're looking quite not quite friendly towards us at the moment. So I think I'm going to pull out my large club with like these gnarled sort of like thorny spikes on them, my bangmangi, and on the back of Jop Jop, I'm just gonna swing down on this first one.
Okay. You see that the two that are closest to you are dwarven in stature, and they're both wielding these crossbows. Behind them is a much taller individual who does not have any weapons on them, but is raising their hands almost as if they're going to cast a spell. Go ahead and roll your attack for me, please.
Okay. Oh, that's a 2 on the dice. +5 is only a 7.
As you bring your pamagi down, you see this masked dwarf raises up their heavy crossbow, and poof, there is a collision of wood on wood as they deflect your blow here.
Okay. Well, as a bonus action, I'm going to command Jop Jop to take an action. And Jop Jop is going to use their once per short rest ability, their breath weapon. And Jop Jop is going to exhale a geyser of water in a 15-foot cone towards these three.
I love it. Oh
So
my
they're going to have
gosh.
to make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Okay, we'll start from the one closest to you. First one rolls a 13.
Oof.
Second one rolls an 18. And then the
Oh.
taller individual in the back rolls a 14.
Oh man, oh man. Okay. Well, they take half damage. So I rolled a 2d6. I rolled 2 4, so that's 8 force damage halved to 4 on a successful save.
What does this look like as this water gouts outside of Chop Chop? Where does it come from?
Yeah, so I think as Kyungbo gives a signal to Jop Jop to unleash their torrent of water, Jop Jop, this is something that they were made to do. As a creature that was created to protect sacred buildings and sites of royalty, this is sort of getting into their bread and butter. And so without any hesitation, almost like a bit of a belching lurch, as this royal of like sphere of water kind of travels through this long serpent's body. Bits of their clay exteriors kind of like cracking as this water comes through them, and just a geyser of water just straight towards these three creatures, and they all dodge it, but it was pretty cool.
A gout of water, and you do see it knocks them quite a bit in their shoulders and their legs, and they do have to steady themselves a bit. They do take damage, but it doesn't seem to be a direct hit. Anything else for you?
That would be it.
Okay. Next in the order is Tashi.
So you see as your companion Tashi mumbles under her breath, "Fucking cowards," and pulls up her hood and begins to dash. And what I'm going to do is spend an action as well as my cunning action to just dash as far as I can to kind of wrap around and behind them. How far would that take me?
Okay, let's see. Your base speed is 30, so you would be able to move up to 60. Break out the ruler here. You can easily go right behind them if you wanted to.
Okay, I
It's
would
only
like to
45.
go. I would like to lurk right behind the casting dwarf right there.
Okay. As you come up, you can see that they are not a dwarf at all. You see from between the bits of their mask that there are these long, slender ears, identifying them as an elf.
So all the rest of you see is just your companion dash into the darkness, bounding from bush to bush, leaving just a small cloud of blue and black petals in their wake.
Excellent. Anything else for you?
I don't think I can do anything else.
So as a rogue, you can bonus action dash. So you do still have a primary action if you want to hit it.
Oh, wait, no, you're right. You're right. I'm bad at math. Yes.
Okay. I'm here to
I-
make things easier for you. Or not.
I would love. Is this figure masked?
Yes.
I am going to take my dagger and I'm going to slice at their face where the strands of their mask is attached, and I'm going to say, "Didn't your teachers tell you that it's a spineless thing to kill without at least looking your victim in the eye?" And take a slash at them.
Yeah. Roll me your attack, please. 14 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is unfortunately not going to be sneak attack, which would have been a delicious 11. But you do 7 damage here. As you bring up your blade and you slash across their face, the cloth falls away. This is a complete stranger, and their features don't really mean anything to you. They're clearly an elf. They appear to have a bit of a weathered face, and you see that there are a manner of scars, perhaps indicating a rough life, or perhaps indicating that they are used to being in a sort of fray like this. They scowl at you, blood beginning to drip down from the fresh wound. Anything else for you?
I end my turn by asking them, "Who are you?"
It won't matter in a little bit. Get them! Next, we have in the turn order, the assassins. You see this individual here right in front of Chop Chop and Kyungbo drops the crossbow that they were using, and they pull out this bent piece of iron from their hip. They have a multi-attack. They are going to swing their mace at you. Does a 22 hit you, Kyungbo?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You take 7 bludgeoning damage as they whip smartly at you with this piece of iron. With their second attack, they'll aim for Chop Chop in that same swing. Does a 16 hit Chop Chop?
Ooh, it does, but I, as a tactician, have a ability called defensive riding, where as a reaction I can substitute my AC for Jop Jop's AC when the enemy attacks Jop Jop. And so Jop Jop's AC is a 15, but mine right now is an 18. So I would like to swap and have that attack miss.
What does that look like as you deflect this?
I think I see that this this dwarf is rearing up, and their line of swing is going to clip me and Jop Jop. And so instead of having us both take a hit, I think Kyungbo kind of swings Jop Jop out of the way, lowers their wooden shoulder, and as their mace hits, this iron mace hits, just splinters of Kyungbo scatter across the ground as Jop Jop's able to swing out of the way.
I love it. That'll be the end of their turn. You'll see that this individual here in the middle, their head turns in the direction of Tashi. Alarmed, they also drop their crossbow and move forward. They will attempt to swing at you, Tashi. Unfortunately, they have a technique called pack tactics. Because the elf is standing next to you, they will get advantage on these attacks. Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Nice.
Nice. A 23.
That will hit.
All right. You step easily out of the way from a very telegraphed blow here, but then they smartly swing it back, elbowing you with this weapon, and you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Hingbu, it is your turn.
Kengbu will look around, seeing the arrows whiz by and his allies leaping into conflict, and utter to himself, "It seems our work is not done here yet." I'll use a bonus action to use Regalia of the Death God. You'll see teal and light purple wisps, almost mist-like, of energy emanate off of his long robe as it hardens almost into a shell-like structure. And then, let's see, do I have line of sight to the folks over here?
Yes, you can see that surrounding them are these low bushes that bear a few flowers. It's a bit difficult to discern what kind of flowers they are here in the low light.
Okay. And then this part on the south is a cliff, right? From when
Yes.
we came in?
Mhm.
Do I know how tall that cliff is?
It's about 15 feet.
Okie dokie. So I'll move, let's just say 5 feet over here. I'll look towards these two dwarves fighting Tashi, and in Dwarvish,
Hmm.
I'll say, why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Yeah.
And I'll cast Eldritch Blast at, I suppose, this fella.
Okay. And for convenience and accessibility, I've marked the creatures with numbers for,
Oh, I see those now.
yeah, so it's a little easier to identify which one you want to attack.
Dwarf number 2.
Okay, sounds good. Whoa, 20 is a hit.
Let's go. For her 2 damage.
Okay. What's your Eldritch
well-
Blast look like?
Oh yeah, you'll see Kangbu form a sort of similarly colored light, teal and purple ball of energy and shape it into a hand. He'll shoot that hand out and it'll grasp around dwarf number 2. He'll use an invocation, Grasp of Hadar, which will grab that dwarf and pull him 10 feet in a straight line towards me.
Ah! Would you like them here or down here?
Down there is good.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna also move 10 more feet down here, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, I love it. You can see these deep rents into the murky, muddy ground here from where they try to bury their heels, trying to fight against this supernatural pull. They scrabble to balance themselves from this. Next will be the elf. The elf facing you, Tashi, their face exposed, will lift up their hands and attempt to cast a spell on you. Can I please get... Here, let me post it. Can I please get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Ooh.
You see that they begin to pull this almost web-like substance between their fingers, materializing out of nothing, glowing pink and purple as they begin to cast this sort of structure. Pushing it out towards you, it envelops you almost like a net. Fortunately, a 7 is not going to be enough. You are paralyzed as this hold person spell anchors you into place. They will move over here. All right. Suho, it is your turn.
Okay, after seeing all this go down, I'll turn and look at one of the dwarves. I think the only ones in the... That's a big tree. Is that a tree or a big bush between me and the caster?
It's a tree, but you can see around the tree.
I forgot in Roll20 how to do the arrow thing to tell distance. What is that?
Yes, so it's going to be the little icon on the left-hand side that looks like a ruler. It
Okay.
should be
I
underneath
forgot
the
the shortcut
text.
for the thing. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
I don't know. I've been using Roll20 for 10 years. I don't know the shortcut either.
I can't remember. Yeah. All right. 45 feet. A bow shoots for like 60, I think. Right? Short bow. Let's see. Oh. I click the information here. Does it go up? I feel like a toddler using Roll20 again. All right.
You're so
It's
good.
been so long. Okay. Instead, I'm going to look at these dwarves down here. And I heard them speak, so I'm going to attack. Akimbo is working on that dwarf below. And I'm going to do Vicious Mockery on that one. That'll Vicious Mockery as a cantrip. Yes. And I'm going to have that dwarf hear the voice of the other one. Be like, oh, you idiot. Why are you up there? Come here and back me up. I don't know if Kimbo has a attack of opportunity or anything like that, but basically want that dwarf to think the other dwarf is being rude to him, so to speak.
I love
and
it.
It'll go with attack. So the Vicious Mockery.
They rolled a 3. They fail their wisdom
Wow.
save.
Okay, that's 4 psychic damage then.
This was number 3.
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Number 3.
Okay. You see the dwarf here towards the south grab their head and squint over in the direction of the other assailant. What did you fucking say?
And my next trick, let's see. I'm going to have my ink piece. I don't know if I can change my ink piece anytime. It doesn't say. But anywho.
I would say that anytime that you resummon it, you would be able to change it. I think that makes sense.
Okay, well, it's been out this whole time, unless I had to resummon it because it was doing the exorcism. So it's this cute little lady. The wife, the one we were coming out here to fix her problems, and she will. Gotta pick this. Let's see, what's her speed? 25. Okay, so. Gosh, I forgot that. I'm so used to. I'm like doing the command, but it's not working. All right, let's see.
25 would get you here. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yep, gonna go there. Okay, so little ink piece will wade over here, and I guess it'll ready in action. If they come anywhere near it, it's going to tackle them. Slam
Okay.
attack.
Sounds
That's
good.
into my turn.
Kyungbo, you're up.
All right. Do you think Kyungbo would he have seen Tashi go, like limp from whatever that hooded elf figure did?
Absolutely. You're looking in that direction and you would have seen the sparkles coming off of this magical effect.
Okay. Kyungbo goes, Tashi, Chop, take care of this one. And Kyungbo is gonna begin to leap off of Chop's back as, like Kyungbo uses their bonus action to command Chop to use their constrict on dwarf number 3 right in front of them.
Yes.
So, do you want me to roll Chop's attack first or finish Kyungbo's?
Go ahead and do Chop's thing first.
Okay. So it's a constrict is a +4. Oh, and that's a 3. +4. It's a 7?
Hey, unfortunately, a 7 is not going to hit. You do see a pretty impressive display as this dwarf is using their mace to try to create distance between themselves and Chop. And there is a bit of wrestling going on, but Chop is unable to wrap around them.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Kyungbo is mid-leap off of Chop, and so if they take an opportunity attack from anybody, that is the risk they're taking, and they're running towards elf number 1.
Oh, absolutely. This will be the one I'll say the one that is currently bothered by Jop Chop will not do an attack of opportunity. The other one tries to hit you for a 13.
That misses.
All right.
Yeah, Kyungbo leaps, and a more dexterous figure maybe would have done like a backflip or something. But for Kyungbo, it's all just strength and power, and just leaps over the mace wing as Kyungbo rushes towards number 1 and is going to try to swing on them.
Yes. You see just a flurry of mud go squelching around you as you make a hard land. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Another 3 on the dice. Here we go. This is great. So that's an 8.
Unfortunately, your move is completely telegraphed. As you're coming up, they're looking in the direction of Tashi. They see you coming, and they dive out of the way as you swing that big, bulky piece of wood.
Well, that is going to be our turn. Thank you.
Excellent. Tashi, I'm so sorry. You are... Actually, as you are restrained here, what is going on through your head? What do you say? You find that there's this bit of electricity that weighs down your limbs here. You're not able to move quite yet.
Can I speak at all, or is it like total paralysis?
You can talk.
I don't think she says anything in this moment. It reminds her of a time when she was floating and unable to move her body at all, and being pulled what way, and she does not like it one bit. You see that her eyes are going wide, and that there's like a panic that would show itself in her limbs were it not for the fact that she cannot move at all. So there's like a...
This will unfortunately force your turn to end, but at the end of your turn, you can roll another wisdom saving throw to break through it. You have to hit a 13 or higher.
All right. That would be right now, right?
Yes. 14.
Oh, okay.
So you have this moment where you just can't fight it. Then it's over. You're able to push through.
Fucker. And that's my turn.
All right, it is the dwarves' turn. We see this one locked in intimate combat with Chop Chop. Swings their mace. 1, 2. That is going to be an 18. The hit.
Does hit, yes.
You hear the splintering of clay as it brings down the mace and does 4 bludgeoning damage. The second hit is a miss. This individual here is going to run forward. Let's see, do they go towards Kangbu or do they go to the ink piece? They run to the ink piece. They don't seem to recognize Lady Sohyun as they try to swing at the ink piece here. Mace comes down. Does a 16 hit?
I think they have my AC, right? Let me look. Where's my ink piece? Where did it go? It just disappeared. No. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up again.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Has armor class of 10. Yeah, it
Ooh,
hits.
that's a hit. Okay, it takes 8 bludgeoning damage as this heartless person brings up the mace and tries to smack them across the chest. What does it look like when your ink piece gets hit? Do they mimic all of the impressions of a person?
Oh yeah, 100%. It doesn't. I don't know if it speaks or anything, but it definitely holds his chest and then like looks at him like in pain. But also takes a finger and pulls the hair back and gets like really angry looking.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Kangbu, it is your turn.
Okay. I think Kangbu's going to.
Oh,
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
if I held an action, does it happen when?
Oh, you
Can I
are
do so?
correct. You are correct.
Nice.
Ink piece does get to
Sorry.
retaliate here. No, that is perfect. You literally said it.
Yeah. So yeah, after she will like pull her hair back and look really menacing, it's gonna go for a headbutt and do ink slam. All right, where do I do nails at? Where is it? Here, this ink slam. Boom. Did it go off? It did. Oh, it's a 10.
Okay, armor class is 11. You see this.
Ah.
I think what happens is the the ink piece does headbutt this person, and they seem to just withstand it, and they look like they're gonna try to headbutt back harder.
Nice.
Excellent.
All
Good
right.
memory.
And
Good
I'm
memory.
done.
Hingbu, it is your turn.
Kangbu will turn to his companions and say, "I'll be right back." He's gonna jump off this cliff.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's probably falling damage.
Go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics for me.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 9.
On
Okay.
acrobatic.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage as you jump down.
Fair.
All right. See ya, King Boo.
Let's see. Is that
Bye.
just 10 feet of movement, I guess?
Uh,
Came from here.
I'll say that falling is. You're good. You're good.
Cool. Cool.
It's free.
Okay. Then I'll move. And I'll move over here. And then I'll cast another Eldritch Blast at Dwarf 3.
Okay, I like it. 18 is a hit.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, 3 force damage. You see Kangbu form another ball of teal and purple energy, shapes it into a claw once more, and pulls Dwarf 3 towards him.
They are like teetering on the edge here. Here, I'm gonna roll an acrobatics. Let's see if they just fall.
Come on.
They fall. They collapse onto the ground next to you, and they are going to be prone here. They're going to take some fall damage. You take 10 fall damage as they land on the
Whoa.
flat of their back. Actually, I'm going to say they land belly first.
Oof.
So you see their face just fall straight into the mud, and they are groaning with pain.
Embarrassing. And then I'll use a bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Go all the way. Okay. And we'll just pop up back here, and that's my turn.
Love it.
So sick.
It's so good. All right. You'll see that this individual here, it is the elf's turn. They will attempt to reach out towards you, Kyungbo, and use Chill Touch. You see around their hands a rime of frost begins to crackle, and as they attempt to reach out towards you, does a 13 hit.
It does not hit.
You dive out of the way as you see this foul sort of magic manifesting around their wrists. They are going to try to run. 1, 2, 3. As they try to run, go ahead and roll an attack of opportunity if you like.
I would love to. Love to. And that is a natural 20. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, yes.
Finally. All right. So that is going to be 46 plus 3 bludgeoning.
Oh,
All right, come on.
46. Oh, he said 46.
Oh, yeah.
my-
Level 3. 46. Okay. So I rolled a 6, 4, 1, and a 2. I have great weapon fighting, which lets me reroll 1s and 2s. So I'm going to reroll the 1 and 2. Got it. And that's a 3 and a 4. So that is a total of 17 on the dice plus 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
What does this look like?
I think we watch as this figure puts out their like sort of like dark necrotic energy, and in like that moment as they're coming for Kyungbo begins like instinctually casting a bit of druid craft, and plants and life energy emanates from their hand, and in a moment of pitched anime battle, the two forces collide, and in that moment we watch as that person gets a little bit scared, turns to run, and just one hand focusing on that druid craft, the other with the bangmangi, just full on one-handed baseball swing, uppercut, smashes into the head of this individual and sends them scattering to the ground.
You see, they almost seem to defy space and time and gravity here for a split moment from the sheer force of your attack, and all at once, they collapse to the ground and they do not move again. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them from the turn order. Suho, it is your turn now.
I'm just going to do what I did last time, except to Dwarf 2, which is mockery. Like, oh, you idiot! You make me fall. You let me fall. What kind of partner are you? And I'm going to roll. Luke, here we go.
Okay. Wisdom save is a 7. They fail. They take 3 psychic damage here. This wasn't part of the deal. This wasn't part of the deal. Ugh! See that they grab their head.
Nice. I have to get Pathfinder rules out of my head. I'm automatically like, I'm gonna move here, and then we're gonna let's see. Yeah, the ink piece is going to run. Is like swaying when they run. It's like and then gonna reach their hand back and slap for ink slam.
Excellent. Speaking of Pathfinder, if you are interested in Pathfinder 2E, you can find a version of Undying Corruption. Go ahead and follow their social media for more information about that.
Sweet.
18 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage here.
Yeah, it's gonna be very cartoony anime. She's gonna like wind her hand way back and spin while she's slapping, throwing all her weight into it. Oh wait, I thought I can. There we go. Ooh, 7 acid damage too.
Oh, damn. It's actually the 12. They take.
Oh, wait, did I do it twice? Oh, my bad.
Yes, they take 12 here. They have to roll acrobatics or athletics or become grappled. Okay, they are going to roll athletics. 16. They save. What is your spell save?
14. Is it 14?
It is 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, as this ink piece slams into them, they are able to elbow them away, resisting the grapple.
Enjoy the acid though.
You see that the quality of this attack begins to eat away at their armor. Anything else for you?
I think that is it. Yep.
Hey, Kyungbo, it is your turn.
All right. Kyungbo is going to run past Tashi, pat her on the back, and say, "I'm glad you're feeling better," and run past Tashi towards the one that fell off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're about to jump off the cliff, going for this one, Kyungbo calls back to Jop and goes, "What? Constrict the other one. Don't make sure that we keep one alive for questioning." And jumps off and is going to jump and just slam their club into the one on the ground.
Okay, so let me get, let's do a dexterity saving throw to see if you land on your feet.
Okay. Well, that's a 15 plus 1, a 16.
Okay, you land on your feet here, and you get to make this attack at advantage because they are prone.
Thanks, Gangboo. Let me finish the job here. A 14 plus 5 is 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits. Roll some damage.
A 2 and a 3, I'm going to re-roll the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 5. So 8 plus 3 is 11 bludgeoning.
Tell me what this looks like.
Just like a wrestler from the top rope, probably a wrestler from the ladder, jumps off, just like full like 180-degree bend, two-handed, slam down into this dwarf on the ground, footprints sinking into the mud below, and with that, Kyungbo pulls up their bangmangi from the mud, and viscera, blood, and gore from this dwarf, now turned into a mud paste on the ground.
Excellent. Anything for Chop Chop?
Chop Chop's gonna run and just try to like use their constrict, but try not to like damage this dwarf. I think they're following Kyungbo's orders, seeing if they can just like help with this like grapple.
Okay.
Or I guess the grapple that's because not grappled by the ink piece right now, but it's gonna try to make sure they're unable to move.
Okay. Did you want to do the help action here, or did you want to try to constrict them and do non-lethal damage?
I think probably the latter,
Okay.
since the dwarf isn't being grappled right now by
Yes.
the ink piece. Yeah, so I think they're gonna try to do it themselves, non-lethal.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll an attack for me,
20.
please.
Ooh, a 17 on the dice plus 4, so 21.
That's absolutely a hit.
And that is going to be 5 non-lethal bludgeoning.
Okay. Then they need to make a save?
It says on a hit, the target is grappled. Until
Okay.
the grapple ends, the target is restrained. So I think it just happens.
Yes. Ugh! You hear the clinking of clay plates as they begin to constrict around this individual. You see that they drop the mace. They are rendered ineffectual for the moment. It is going to
That
be
is-
their turn next. Nope. Tashi goes. Tashi, you're up. You see that Chop Chop has restrained this last one. What do you want to do?
How healthy is it looking?
They look fucked up.
Well, they're gonna hate to see me coming. I walk up to it, agonizingly slowly, and I rip off their mask. And with my rapier, dragging behind me on the dirt and grass below, I rest the tip of it on this guy's foot. Putting a little bit of weight on it, I ask, "Who sent you?"
All right, please. Don't kill me. Please.
"Who sent you?"
It was Lord Juan.
What did he ask you to do?
He said, something about lady's dreams and, covering up something. I don't know. And he tilts his head over in the direction of the fallen elf. Check their pockets.
I look over to Gangbu and tilt my head over as if to say go. What's in it for you?
Just some coin. Look, it's not personal. Just, let me go, please.
And what would you do when we let you go? Back to more jobs like this?
I'm getting out of here. Unsan is too hot for me.
Suho, what do you think?
You attacked Lady Soon. And I point to the ing piece.
Ooh.
Well, that's the lady of the house. Have you never seen her before? The ink piece poses.
You can see from the bewildered look on his face, he doesn't need to say anything. This is a stranger, just like the rest of you are. I mean no offense, lady. I was given no warning.
Turns her head and then turns her back and walks over to the elf to get the papers.
Okay.
Well, our job is to, you know what we are? We're mudang, which means, well, when you die, we typically usher you to the next world.
We could also usher you there in the first place.
Please, take my coin. Take whatever you want.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not leading this parade. And I look towards Tashi, your call. And then I walk over to the ink piece. I don't see anything. And I'm digging through the pocket.
Okay. You begin to rifle through the deep robes of this person, and you find a crumple of paper. You begin to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of parchment. They read, wanted, fraud, extortion, consorting with evil spirits. Do not trust these false mudang. And on each and every one of them, it's one of your faces.
I'm appalled because it doesn't look as good. All right. And I hold the papers up and I was like, well, apparently we're wanted. And walk back over and...
As you're walking over, Tashi, you see Suho goes over towards the fallen elf. You are standing here with Hengbu. They are restrained. What do the two of you want to say or do?
Where do you think the power and influence in gold comes from when these men dressed in silken robes offer you these jobs? Where do you think that comes from? What do you think you're feeding into?
As far as I'm aware, there are silver mines in this area, right? Probably there.
No, I wasn't getting at something so literal. I was going for corruption. Sorry, I can't. I was gonna say undying corruption.
It's the name of the thing.
Undying corruption.
People, right? Like you and me. People.
People like you and I who are just trying to get by.
Yeah.
So why do the bidding of those fucks at the top that treat you like you're disposable, that send you to do their dirty work?
Hey.
It should have been him here at the other end of my blade.
I don't know this guy. Look, there were some strange people in town, and they gave an exorbitant amount of coin. Gotta take the opportunities when they come, right?
I tell you what, maybe we can both get what we want here.
Okay.
And I motioned to the others to come closer. What if you took something from us, say a bolt of our clothing, one of our weapons, to show that you felled us in battle? You collected your coin and help put off our scent so that we could pay this man a visit ourselves.
Yeah, I can do that. I swear it. My family blood. I swear it.
Suho?
Smile, a big smile, eyes are completely closed from smiling. I'll tap the ink piece. It'll dismiss it and reappear. Who's the smallest out of all of us?
Probably Kangwoo.
Kingu? Oh, okay. And I'll just snap my fingers and clap my hands together and weave. It's like I'm almost weaving like Play-Doh. ink piece will pop out again. To be King Boo. It'll wobble over, trying to get its balance because it was just something else. And I'll whisper in the ear, "Play dead," and it'll just flop to the ground. Oh, looks like we have a body. Oh, look, congratulations, you slayed King Boo. No, don't worry. I'll manipulate the weight. Drag it back. Do what you were gonna do to us. There's proof.
Okay, but maybe you can do something to make it smell a little more dead and less inky than it is.
Oh, I
Think-
take a step back.
I think it's about this time that Kyungbo, you reappear. How do you reappear? Do you climb back up? Do you go the long way around?
I think that Kyungbo was kind of hearing this conversation from down below. And as all of this is sort of happening, Kyungbo will use their newly found mudang ability, Beseech Spirit Wisp, and see if they can sense any lingering spirit from this dwarf that they just unalived.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me either nature or religion.
-1. Nature. Let's do nature. -1.
Okay.
That's a 10 total.
Okay. You are fairly confident that there is no lingering spirit here. This person is just gone.
Oh. That's strange. Climbs up as like the mud is sort of like slowly seeping back over this body below them, and kind of pops their head up over the little cliff edge. Jop Jop's the only one who recognizes, and Jop Jop gives a little pant of being excited to see Kyungbo, and Kyungbo scrambles over and gives Jop Jop a little scritch. It's a good boy. You did such a good job.
Yeah.
How we doing?
You see a dead Kangbu on the ground in front of a
So someone can do something. What are we just standing around here for? Kangbu, get yourself up, Kangbu.
Yeah, ask him how he did it.
And grabs the dwarf by like the scruff of their beard.
No, not that one. Wait, be careful. Ask Kinbu how he died. And I point towards the alive Kinbu. The ink piece like opens one eye.
Oh, wow. I don't know what's going on here, but this is spectacular. Wow. You guys are all so talented. It's a joy to just hang out and be with you guys here.
Well, I think this is gonna work if he believed it. So basically what's gonna happen is this lovely dwarf assassin will take back King Boo's, well, my ink King Boo's body, and pose as it is dead, and will throw off our bounty hunter. And then we will show up and let's let Tashi do what she does best. Question them, right? Yeah, that's something.
You know me so well.
And I present the papers to all of them.
Oh, wow, they
You never
made me
get your
look
nose
quite
right.
handsome.
They never get my nose right.
I don't have a nose.
Well, you doing that? Oh boy. Shall we?
Let's all give him a piece of our clothing. some shred of us so that he's got some additional proof. And I turn to this dwarf and I say, think a little harder the next time you take a job. Think a little harder the people you're enabling and the things that you allow fester.
Chop Chop is
There are.
squeezing.
Okay.
Thank you, Job Job.
Yes, I understand. Promise.
There are more honest and kinder ways to make a living. You seem capable enough.
Yes. Quite.
We'll be watching you.
You'll never hear from me again.
Chop Chop begins to unravel as Kyungbo scoops up some of their splinters on the ground and palms it into their hand.
You see this individual awkwardly grabs their mace, hooks it onto their belt, and then grabs one of the feet of the ink piece and begins to drag them. Slowly, awkwardly, painfully, they begin to leave the swamp, heading back towards Unsan.
Well,
That was an eventful last few minutes.
I wish I could have put rocks in that body to make it heavier.
it's just a snap of the finger that can happen.
Good.
Like, I think we want to get back though. Maybe when we get back to the estate.
Do you want to head back right away? You realize that it is quite late right now. It'll take about 3 hours to get back to Unsan. You head back now, it'll probably hit about 2 a.m.
Leaving it up to our leader.
Well, as the leader, I will defer.
Well, I think Tashi is leading this, but
Oh. Oh, right.
I think it would be smart to beat him there and see how this goes down. Maybe even be close for when it happens. Staying out of sight, of course. We're presumed dead. But I'm curious to see if there's truth to this hit that was placed out on us, and curious to hear your thoughts about how we should navigate it moving forward.
well, we have been going all day. Resting might be smarter. I think either play is good.
And if I'm hungry, you must be famished.
Yep, I was hoping that I could catch up to the other one, but I want to stick it to the plan. So, I say let it sink in. Let them think that we are dead. It's only hours. When someone is off edge, they tend to be clumsy.
I would be happy to prepare a meal to sate our needs. And if I have the opportunity to recharge, I could make our approach stealthier.
So,
I wisp off
sounds-
when he says that.
Okay.
after Seo leaves to the other two, Kyungmo goes, so we found the spirit of Anbanjun, the person that Lady Lee mentioned in her strange possessed moments, found Anbanjun's body at the bottom of a pond. And then all of a sudden, Lord Juan sends people to kill us? I don't think I like this Lord Juan person. I feel like that might be why Anban Jun was at the bottom of the pond.
Seems he wanted us there as well.
But why? Why is all this happening? What does Lord Juan want to keep quiet? It's just not... Can't just be a man at the bottom of a pond, can it?
Perhaps there is more to uncover.
See a passage of scenes here as Kangbu, you begin to prepare a meal in a clearing where you don't have to worry about the bugs and the bodies. A safe place. You can have a dry rest. Suhol, you slink off into the darkness. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
Sure. One save. La, la, la. That's charisma.
12.
12.
You are hungry.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very specific kind of hunger. But unfortunately for you, not the kind that Kangbu can help you with. Here in the swamp, away from the buzzing streets of a city, you don't really have a lot of options. What do we see as you're slinking through the darkness? What's going on through your head?
Uncontrollable hunger makes me more feral. Trying to keep it together, trying not to let the others see that side of me. I slink away, looking for something, and I like to catch it fairly fresh. But I have to do what's due. I snatch up the elven body as fast as I can. And I'm not gentle with this thing. Typically it's an art to hunting, but I just kind of rip into it angrily, because we could have been treated better. I didn't sign up for this. A lot of things are playing through my mind, and seeing what humanoids or humans do to nature and stuff just kind of like upsets me even more. As I'm ripping into this body, I think I look up at the stars and then like find some calm and stillness in that. But I don't clean up. I'm messy. And I believe when I come back, I'll be in fox form fully. And there's a little bit more red all over me than normal markings. And I don't really speak to anyone. I just kind of go over and lay down. But I'm not in human form. I just kind of stare at the others. Red eyes glaring at each individual. But I don't say anything.
Kangbu, what sort of sense do we come back to as we rejoin camp?
I think after a long day of adventuring and conflict, he's prepared a boar stew, bowl of rice for everybody, and some freshly chopped vegetables, perhaps tossed in oil and a little bit of garlic. When he sees Suho return, he sort of points towards the portions he set aside for her. Are you going to eat.
For who? Me?
Oh, sorry, for him.
Oh. Yeah, I'm in complete fox form. I look at it and when I turn to you, eyes are just very piercing, very feral. It's almost to the point of the intelligence part of being humanoid is distant. This is more animalistic, trying to control urges. I kind of like back up into the darkness, and with the eyes, you know how you can see an animal or a wolf and the eyes are glowing? That's pretty much what happens. There's no response.
Tashi knows that when Suho is in this form, they need a little bit of space, perhaps, and they take their water skin out and they pour out some fresh, drinkable water into a bowl and set it in the grass a little ways away from the rest of the group, just so that they have something to wash down whatever meal that they had. And Tashi will go over to a portion set out by Kangbu and say, this smells nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
When did you last make something like this?
This is a standard back home, so not something I'm unfamiliar with, though I haven't really had the time to create so many dishes recently with all of our assignments. It's been a couple of months, perhaps.
I notice you like cooking a lot for other people, not so much for yourself.
Well, I grew up with a big family, and I'm used to looking after them, I suppose.
Seems reasonable enough. During the preparation of this food, does Tashi see Kangbu ever tasting the meal as he cooks?
Yeah, you see, he'll take like spoonfuls of the stew, maybe a bite of a small piece of vegetable, and sort of has a mildly confused look upon his face at each tasting, but he makes no comment.
Maybe just a perfectionist.
There is a low mist that begins to roll in, curling of fog and smell of pipe smoke and moss. You find slowly, at first, all of the sounds of the creatures, the many, many creatures here in the swamp, begin to quiet. Is there a plate for me? See a very familiar figure. The Chosong Saja, sitting underneath a willow tree, not far from your camp, half shrouded in darkness.
Of course. Kangbu quickly pulls out some extra bowls and prepares a portion of everything for his patron.
They take the bowl with two hands and bow their head. Thank you so much, Kangbu. What do you have to report?
Well, we heard of dreams from Lady Li So-hun and investigated them here. We encountered a water spirit. We saw some ancient guardians, and we discovered that Lord Wan attempted to send assassins for us, and he has created wanted posters stating that we are false mudang, among other things, to put it kindly.
Of course. Not unlike others of his sort of privilege in society, we have found more and more that with this new age of luminism that these sort of affiliations and assumptions are growing in number. I would like to advise to you, my mudang, to seek out the town. I expect that you might be poorly received, if Lord Juan can do something about it. You would be afforded a chance to clear your name, and if it is of your discretion, perhaps bring justice to Lord Juan and his actions.
My lady, if I may.
Yes, of course. Anytime.
The things we have learned on this journey are troubling. They speak of a man who has his boot on more necks than we could have imagined. He has not only killed a friend in the name of taking a woman as his wife, but I suspect that there may be more foul play at hand, and that we are not the first ones to invoke his ire. He had a hit put out upon us, and we have ourselves an opening, one of surprise, where he might think us dead, where we might be able to find out what pots he has his fingers in, and we might be able to enact some actual real change. It all hinges on, I think, Lady Lee, and whether or not we can perhaps get her on our side.
I see. This is a wise perspective, Dong. In case I need to remind you, trust that the Mudang have friends in many places. Those that you have given kindness to might be able to help you.
Are you suggesting that there might be a safe harbor for Lady Lee should things get hairy?
Absolutely.
I feared I was too harsh and violent with setting up this encounter, but I think we're on the right track.
She takes a long draw off of her pipe. I think you are too. She doesn't say anything, but her eyes do slide over in the direction of Suhol, somewhat in the distance. There's a question, but it doesn't take a voice.
A low growl.
Oh.
Not an anger towards her, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's more of a. Joel's definitely not in the right frame of mind. Is more animalistic Pharaoh, trying to almost protect the others by not being near them.
It is good to see all of you in one piece. I wish I could give you confidence that this would not be the last time someone would bring violence to your doorstep. But I imagine it might be the beginning of many more.
I'm used to it at this point. I think we just want to make sure the younger ones can handle the transition.
that, her eyes slide over onto Kyungbo. What does she see?
Kyungbo and Jop have been going around gathering the small flowers and have been taking some bowls of the rice and pork soup, placing them at the feet of all the Jongsung, those the great guardians of the sacred land. But in this, when Song Ji Hyo shows up, Jop with a small basket of flowers on their back, Kyungbo with 2 bowls of soup in their arms, have kind of stopped their activities and have been listening into the conversation. When her gaze meets Kyungbo, sort of a rattling of spoons, and catches a plate that almost falls, looks back and, my lady, bows.
There's a heartwarming chuckle, as warm as someone who is undead could give. Kyungbo?
Weather's been pretty good lately. It's been pretty good. It's a little misty.
Yes, it is. You see her eyes slide over to Kengbu. The meal was phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank you. How did it taste? Okay.
It tasted curious. Like a soup of many questions. I hope you find your answers, Kengbu.
Me too.
She gently puts the bowl down and leans back to smoke on her pipe. And it is about then that you hear an extremely large frog croaking, burping. You look over, and when you look back, she's gone. The rest of the night passes uneventfully. We're all able to have the effects of a long rest. You begin to make your way back to Unsan. By the time you arrive, it is the beginning of a new day. You can hear people shuffling around in and out of the village. Sound of carts rolling, the smell of rice and stew on the wind. You stand on the outskirts of Unsan. What do you want to do here?
Can we just walk in, or do we need to be a little more careful?
Well, Dashi devised a plan. We shouldn't wreck the plan the moment we go in here. I think the one that stands out the most is, no offense, I look towards Jumbo and Chop.
Right.
Jumbo, you're a little larger. Hard to hide. Are there any other chasong around here?
Not like Gyeongbo. You do see kind of like the ones that were situated in the swamp. These stone and wooden guardians, but those are a little further out. You've already made your way past them.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
You do, however, roll me a perception. Roll me a perception.
Okay.
Ooh, 19. You hear a familiar voice. Rice cakes, dumplings. You look over to see Juan Boram,
Mm-hmm.
the owner of the Chumak, or the inn tavern.
Ah. Hello. We just came back from a long walk. I think we could go for a few dumplings.
You see that her eyes go wide and she drops a dumpling.
Oh.
It falls on the ground. She looks around frantically, almost as if looking for someone. Get inside. Get inside. Quickly. Quickly. All of you.
Yeah, we follow.
Scurrying.
She has you enter into the pavilion and she closes the door of the gate behind her. You are all wanted. There are signs posted everywhere. What happened?
Pull out my piece of paper.
Oh, she snatches it. Yes, this. Just like this. It's you.
Miss, we can explain.
Oh, no, I don't mean that. And she gently hands it back to Gyeongbo. Lord Wan issued these. I've never trusted that man as far as I could spit.
He tried to kill us.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. He also issued a team of sellswords to find us out in the swamp.
Ha! Ha! You see that she puffs her chest angrily, bitterly. He has us pay all these taxes and he spends them on sellswords?
That's right. Miss Gwanboram, I have a favor to ask of you. You seem to be on the same page in regards to Lord Wan and the ways that I'm sure, many, many ways that he's let down this town and its people.
Oh, he is not a popular man, I can tell you that.
No. We have a real chance to do something good here. We have a chance to maybe get Lady Lee or somebody else in power instead.
Lady
But-
Lee. Oh, and you see, as she's talking, she puts her hand like on your arm. She's a very touchy-feely sort of person. I didn't even think about her. Do you think she's okay?
She seems to be doing better, and she seems to have a good heart.
Okay.
Would you do us the favor of perhaps requesting Lady Lee's presence in your tavern, or finding a safe place where we can meet with her without arousing too much suspicion?
You see that she strokes her beard and she looks thoughtful, looking down at the ground. I think I know just the thing. Yes. See, she begins to move towards the Chumak and she takes off her shoes. She steps inside and you hear rummaging around. She comes out and she has a parcel. It seems to be wrapped in a silk handkerchief, something like a box, and it's concealed contents. I can go deliver some rice cakes. Well, these are considered a delicacy in our village, and the Jumak is popular for them. It would not be strange for me to go in and offer them to the lady. I've done it many times before. Can try to get an audience with her. You think that would help?
think it absolutely could.
Okay.
Am I missing anything, Suho?
No, I think you're doing just fine. And I am very interested in seeing what they feel and sound like when they see that we're dead.
Oh. You're dead?
So if... Oh, obviously we're standing here, but we did put a little trick into play. Imbu here is dead. Well, a version of it. And has been dragged back to be confirmed.
Ah.
Hmm.
She leans over and she gently pats Kangbu on the shoulder. I'm sorry for your death.
It's not my first time.
Right, because you are mudang. Okay. How about this? Please make yourselves at home. I don't currently have any customers. It's still quite early in the day. I'll close up the shop so you can have some privacy, and I'll go see what I can find.
Thank you.
You have a gratitude.
Thank you. Okay. She gently pats the rice cakes, and she heads off. You hear the sound of the doors closing behind her as she makes her way into the street and vanishes. You are alone.
So, how are we gonna find out what happened?
Perhaps we should wait for the sun to set. We better hide our approach. Or would that give them too much time to investigate the clone?
No. I believe he's a, and that doesn't think things through. Sees what he gets, greed takes over, moves on to the next one. Right? So, got rid of two problems. I feel like he may think that he is in the clear to continue his corrupted ways.
Do we wait till Guanboram returns, potentially with Lady Lee, and have a frank discussion with her with the things we've discovered? She seems like a reasonable person.
Yes, we don't want to put her in danger. Being hasty. Patience is what I have trouble with, but I believe this is the best play. It's your call, Tashi. I believe that you're handling this quite well, and you two are doing well supporting.
You think so? Okay.
And at night, you move in the shadows a lot easier. Surprising them when their guard is completely down. It's probably the best approach. During the day, probably has guards on alert.
That is true. I think it's best if we don't chance anything and we speak with the lady first. And
Okay.
well, how do we burn a couple hours?
So, several hours pass by. Hanboram doesn't come back until it's dark, so you have the whole day to yourselves inside of the pavilion. It is a mightily stocked kitchen and various rooms with comfortable tables and chairs. There are bedrooms upstairs for solace and privacy. You see that this is a quaint place, a place full of love, potted plants with flourishing leaves and buds. You You see that there are a number of handmade trinkets hanging the shingles of this home, this place of work. We'll montage the hours that pass by, but how do you spend them?
Question.
Yes.
Does she have any customers here besides us?
Not when you came in. The last time you came, you did see that she had quite a few customers.
Now it's just us.
Yeah.
I will, unlike what I normally would do, I would definitely go around to see if anything needs repairing or anything like that, but definitely leave some currency because I silently do this, and if the others notice, they notice, because that's a whole day worth of business, and it seems like times are tough around here, just with taxes. Yeah.
Okay.
I try to look for some good deeds to do and then leave some currency.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me survival.
Oh, survival, huh? Yikes. That is a nat 1.
Okay. I don't think it's a matter of you doing poorly. I think it just takes a lot of time. What you see is this is a very difficult place to maintain just by one person. The more you pay attention to the bones of this place, you realize it needs a lot more care. You realize that a lot of the previous repairs here and there are patchwork. They're amateur. So
Could I
even
step in and try to help?
yeah, absolutely. You see Suho currently trying to mend a support beam.
I fail, and I just do what they do in the wild and rub myself against it. Just marking territories, not with urine or nothing, but going around just rubbing myself to it because I am very foreign to this. I tried to use hammer and nail, didn't work, and I have gone to instincts.
Tashi, you see this.
It's
Hey,
very awkward.
sometimes we still have things to learn even after 900 years. And Tashi can't do much to help with that, but what she will do is she has a jar of griffin grease, and I'm just going to see if there are any hinges that are creaky, be it in the ovens, be it in doors or cabinets, and just like grease up some of the rusty hinges and try to wipe things down with some oil.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll survival for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ya-da-da-da. Oh, there we go.
17.
Great.
You take deliberate care and you seem to know what you're doing here. This is clearly a medium that you are familiar with. You make very good progress and you finish pretty much every bit and piece of this place that needs greasing. You stumble on Kyungbo. What does Tashi see? What are you doing here?
I think Kyungbo has Jop laid at their feet, and Kyungbo has a small, delicate, it's got like a little chisel and a small vial of red ink, and they are on Jop's belly. They are writing, not in language, but more of small pictures and depictions. And I think Tashi would recognize that these pictures are of some of the encounters that they had the previous evening. A small depiction of that mystical water creature with the spirits around them, um, the a small like rendition of that frightening spirit that was attacking them. Um, and you also see a small picture of you frozen in space with that a guy uh, who cast held person on you running away. Um, and
Hey, don't immortalize that.
oh, I it's nothing personal. It's just I, I've gotten in a habit of keeping track of what me and Jop Jop have seen. Um,
Mm.
it maybe will help in the future. I don't know. Um, uh, how are you doing? This seems like we've gotten ourselves in quite a situation.
How am I doing?
Yeah.
To be honest, a bit frayed. I haven't gotten a good night's rest in a while, and this is digging up some old feelings for me that draw up some kind of cruelty that I forget I have access to sometimes.
Yeah. When we're cornered, we sometimes do things that we aren't proud of, but
Mm.
I'm proud of you. You've been doing a great job. I know Suho usually is the one telling us what to do and where to go, but it's
Oh
cool
shit,
to see you. Yeah. Yeah.
that means a lot. That means a lot. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, if you feel like anything is too much and there's too much going on and you feel those feelings again, I'm always here to talk about it. I might not be great, but I got your back.
You do say a lot of out of pocket shit sometimes, Kelmbo, I'll give you that, but you know how to say the right things. And I thank you, my friend. You're also doing well. I'm proud of you too, for what it's worth.
Thanks. Well, what do you think we need to do with Lord Juan?
I don't know if you'll like it. Men like him can't be talked out of their ways. The best you can do is replace them.
Some people just want to see things burn down for their own sake. Lord Juan seems like that sort of person, and it seems like those sorts of people don't mind taking and stealing and using other people to get a step ahead.
I'm glad you can see that even with your youth. I think we'll have to kill him.
Yeah. I'm worried that he'll just keep sending more and more people towards us,
And if it's not us, it's someone else. And what if they can't defend themselves?
and then we do what we did back there. Well, Tashi, just make sure you take care of yourself.
Well, I've gotten this far. But thank you.
You don't
You too.
have a good boy like Jop Jop to take care of you.
As you say that, go to pat where Chop Chop was, and you realize in your conversation with Tashi that Chop Chop has slunk away.
For being a 10-foot long clay dragon. That Chop Chop is sneaky.
You hear a clatter as
Oh.
during this conversation, Chop Chop has stumbled onto Kengbu. What does Chop Chop find?
Kangbu is in the kitchen. He's examining the supplies, the store. Are there any ingredients or spices that are exclusive or maybe more common in Unsan?
Go ahead and roll me your cook's utensils. Let's see if anything stands out to you. Ooh, that's a dirty 20. Nice. Okay. You're able to instantly clock what must natively grow in this area. It's quite clear that there is a surplus of rice, which makes sense for the swampy atmosphere here. There's also a great collection of various roots and vegetables. You see that there must be somewhere near Insan a number of farmland and lots of places for things to grow. A lot of fresh ingredients. As for spices, they are a bit on the no worries. They are on the bit of a lacking side. It is available. You see they're starting to run a bit low.
And are there any of those rice cakes?
Yes. You can tell very clearly from the way that things are laying out across the countertop that Kwanboram was essentially doing like an assembly line. It's clearly optimized for one person to do it. So she was probably planning on making these all throughout the day.
I think Kangbu will have been studying the process. He's perhaps not as familiar with rice cakes. So he'll pull out maybe a small jar or pouch of some sort and quietly pocket away some of the finished rice cakes. He comes from a large family. He's familiar with food scarcity, so he'll, in an attempt to be equal, use some of his personal spice supply to replenish the more empty jars. And I think Chop Chop comes into him, perhaps filling up the salt, and surprisingly, not hearing the sneaky 10-foot clay dragon, he'll get a bit of a jump scare and knock the jar over with the crashing sound.
Hyungbo, you hear this calamity occurring in the kitchen that could none other be Chop Chop. As
I swear I've trained him better. I gotta go.
Hyungbo, you head off into the kitchen, leaving Tashi by herself. Is there anything else that you want to do, Tashi?
I think I'd like to go over to Suho and, well, there's nobody else around. Ask him. I have a question for you, my friend.
Head will snap towards you.
For each new tale you gain, does your hunger grow?
Well, I am at my peak. 9 tails allows me to do this and be in humanoid form, sentient, so to speak. Intelligence on the lines of what you all do have. I have multiple hungers, one for knowledge, to reach godship one day, and another is a deeper hunger to sustain myself from being fully beast. I am not a human at all, and sometimes I believe a lot of people lose thought to that, knowing by the way I look. I don't have on shoes, obviously, because we're inside, and look down at my feet, and they're not humanoid feet. They're sort of like paws almost. Hands are humanoid form, but they resemble claws. Hence to why Suho always places hands and sleeves when around other humanoids. And as he's talking, you'll see his teeth are just razor sharp and not made for both meat and plant consumption. Is more of meat. A predator at the end of the day. When the hunger hits, it's hard to control.
Back at camp, I made some observations, and I don't know that maybe I get a bit introspective when I'm in my own head about things, but I noticed that Kangbu didn't look right as he was cooking food for us. I noticed that there was something off as he was tasting the meal, trying to adjust things. Maybe something to keep an eye on. Not sure what's going on there. It looked like he was displeased or confused, perplexed by this food that he claimed to have made a bunch of times as a staple. But just wanted to flag that for you. But another note I noticed was that elf was quite large, and maybe I'm reading into things, and I say this with all the respect in the world, my friend, but you didn't quite seem sated, did you?
No. Typically, I like going for the liver. And innards. Soft organs. It was also dead.
You like fresh meat?
So when the hunger is not sated, as I said before, it's hard to tell friend from foe. So I try to stay distant. Through the cloud of red, I noticed Kimbu's face. It presented me with something, a bowl of some sort, and it's rude not to take once you're offered. At least that's what I gather from the customs.
I'm sure he'll come around. I'll keep an eye out on ways to help you with that, but if you have anything in specific, do let me know. I'm not here to judge.
A big smile, a grin, flashing teeth will greet you. I appreciate that. Not many are too kind to what I am.
Well, there's plenty of fresh meat out there.
Mm.
Plenty of people that would be better off as just that. So.
And with that, I'll smile and then kind of like scurry to a side and just lean up against a post, thinking of how much potential is walking around.
It isn't long. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying with the memory of thought of Suho has searched every room. With two things in mind: to see how the place was kept, and also if there was any lingering people that may not be missed.
I see.
Keeps it to himself.
Yeah, you don't, unfortunately, or fortunately, you don't find any other people there tonight. However, not long after that, we have a sudden rush at the door, the sound of quick footsteps and a door opening and then closing. Kwamboram reappears, and she is flushed. She hurries inside and seeks all of you out. Oh, yes, I have something to tell you. It was very strange. I went to the manor and the Lord refused to see me. He refused to let me in, and I fought for hours. I tried to make my way around. I went about it different ways. I even tried to seek an audience with Yun, the handmaiden, or the lady. Oh, I was shut out. There is something very wrong going on at the manor. I don't know what it is or what to tell you. It has never been like this. Lady Lee always accepts visitors.
She might be in trouble. We need to go.
Gosh, I don't like the sound of this. Are you all right? You're safe?
I am okay. I am unhurt.
Did anybody follow you back?
No. I don't think so. Even if they did, I went home. We'll say
All right.
there are still posters about the village. Their faces are still around.
Do you have any extra clothing that we could drape over ourselves?
See her squint her eyes and she looks over the group of you. I have something that can cover you, and maybe you, but she gestures over to Kyungbo. I don't know if I have maybe a blanket?
Either that or Kyungbo can
Cause a distraction.
No, more of the lines of watch the perimeter.
Well,
If we go in or find a way in, maybe you can do something destructive if need be.
well, in case it helps, all of the guards that typically are posted around the manor seem to be squirreled inside. They've closed the gate.
The normal watch isn't walking about town.
No. It seems the Lord has recalled all of his forces.
He could have been duped. The one we sent back probably didn't go with the plan. I don't know if I can sense my living ink piece. Doesn't say anything.
Let's have you roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Say that maybe it depends on the iteration. 23, very
23.
nice. You get the sense that your living ink piece is still intact. So
Interesting.
it hasn't been smashed to pieces.
Okay. Your call. I look towards Tashi.
I don't like the sound of any of this. I had a different vision for how this would all play out.
Oh. If you want to wait, it will get darker. And I can try to find more supplies in the village. If you need anything, I can go get it for you.
Well, I believe something that can cover us up be a good call, but then being fully covered makes us stand out as well. So
Is there any merit to some kind of disguise kit, or if you could get your hands on some spell scrolls that could transfigure us into something else.
I'll go see what I can do. Oh, you see that she goes and she gathers a few more rice cakes. As a cover-up.
Did you eat the other ones? You couldn't get inside to give them to Lady Lee. What happened to the others?
Oh, I gave them away.
Oh,
Oh, and please eat and rest. Please make yourselves at home. Anything that you need, my home is yours.
Stay safe out there, okay?
Okay, I'll be back. She slips back out. Another hour passes by. When she comes back, it is under cover of deep darkness. Okay. I couldn't find any scrolls, but I think these might help. And she has rolls of fabric that are pitch black. It's dark enough outside now that maybe it might be enough of a disguise. Enough fabric for you. And she gently slaps the back of her hand against Kyungbo's hip.
Right, one problem down. What do we do about Kilbo?
Oh, just give me 20 minutes. And I'll have something put together. Roll for her as she pulls out her sewing kit. You've already seen the state of her home. She rolled an 11. She begins to basically sew together a really rudimentary cloak. It's looking rough out there. It's not very good at all.
oh. I got to the rest of the mudang. Kyungwo goes, I think every hour that we wait, Lord Wan is up to something, up to no good. I think we need to go. I don't think we can let this last much longer. This is what happens when someone's or something bad is about to be released.
Could I take the cape that she's sewing, and with thanks, I snap my fingers, casting thaumaturgy on it, and changing it into the look of a kind of creeping moss blanket, so that it looks like it can mend into Kyungbo, and that if he wanted to hunch over, he would just look like a little mossy hill.
Yeah. Oh, much better than what I could have done.
Kyungbo
Couldn't have
does
done
a
it without you.
360 in it, flowing. How's this look?
Good.
Very good.
Well, I think we need to go.
Yes. I'll motion to the bag of stuff that we left her and things, and scurry out the door.
Okay. So. As we head back towards the manor, you've been here before. So you remember the layout. I will present to you let's bring your tokens out. Oh, those are old tokens. Hold on. Please hold.
Please hold.
So as you're coming up on the Hanok, you see that there, as she had mentioned, there are no guards posted outside. So you have an option here of if you would like to go through the front door or Try something different.
Wait, there's two of me? Fine. Well, this one is fine.
Try refreshing, maybe.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna look to you all. Okay, good.
Okay. So, just for a basic layout of the Hanok, it is up on a hill. So as you're leaving the village, you do have to slink through the shadows, and you take a indirect route to the estate. There is a tall wall around the manor, but it is scalable if you want to climb over it. You remember when you first came in that there was essentially a large dusty courtyard, first and foremost, and it led into an orchard, and then it led into deeper into the pavilion. It is all the way in the top northwest part of the pavilion where you were at Lady Lee's room. So you do have some time here to prepare. As you're coming up, you do remember that there's also a very small, squat building to your right. Perhaps a bit of a shed or a shack.
And were the guards previously positioned around there as well, or was it kind of just like a shack that was unmanned?
No, the guards were over by the front gate, which is directly in front of you. You never saw any guards over by that shack.
Well,
I do have an idea I wanted to run by the group. Do you know how in certain heist situations one might grab an idol, a statue from a pedestal, and then replace it quickly with something of equal weight? I wonder if it can't hurt to take Lady Lee with us, extract her, and place in their bed, perhaps a duplicate. I don't think of Lord Juan as one to pay much attention to his wife anyway. Who is to say when he will notice?
I mean, that is the person that we wanted to talk to today, so to go try to find her without alerting the rest of the premises seems as good of plan as any.
It could buy us time. The only thing is, where are the guards if not stationed where they usually are?
Yeah. Well, there's only one way to find out. We have to find a way in. I think at this moment, Kyumba will use their one of their tactician abilities, one of their Art of the Sanchuk abilities, Steady as We Go, giving everyone a +5 to investigation and perception checks for 1 hour.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think with that, Kyumbo is just gonna sneak over to that building, and if he knows that it's part of like this sort of royal establishment, he'll do a little peek, see if they can find anything.
Okay. As you're coming up to the door, please roll me perception.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
I love that.
6 + 5, 31.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay. Even before you get to the door, you hear the sounds of someone crying.
Can I recognize it? Is if it's like a male or female voice?
You hear the soft sounds of perhaps a small person, and they are a bit of higher pitch.
Okay. Any windows or cracks that I can try to sneak a peek?
This building does not have any windows. It does have a single door, and it seems to be slightly ajar.
I think Kyungbo will just kind of sneak up to it and see if they can hear anything more.
As you're slowly creeping up, you hear the shuffle of cloth. You can hear someone moving around. It seems like there's only one person in there, crying and weeping softly to themselves. And then you hear another sound. Baby.
I think I think Kyungbo is gonna motion for Jop Jop to take a step back, and um, before they open it, open the door. We'll go. Is everything okay in there? Or I heard someone crying.
You see someone familiar. It's the dwarven handmaiden, Yon. She's sitting on a mat, and she has in her arms a small child, trying to comfort them. You can see that her eyes are angry, and they are tear-stricken. They go wide as they recognize you. Oh, I heard news that you had died.
We died?
Cle-
No.
Clearly not.
No, that was a joke. We played at Lord Juan. Do you mind if we come in quickly?
Yes, please.
I motion for the others, and I slip inside. As I think Jop Jop will stay outside, kind of watching the perimeter.
You all join Kyungbo and Yun inside of this small, decrepit clay hut, passing by some wooden posts that are barely standing together. Once you enter inside, it's quite clear that this is probably a servant's quarters. The bare minimum of what someone who lives here would need for comfort.
Is this where they have you living?
Oh, she pats the back of this child. Yes, but this is where we all live, and this is Haru.
Hi, Haru.
See a small, shy face look over towards you, and she says, Haru's father ran away, but was captured and executed by Lord Wan. His wife, Jine, Haru's mother, was put into solitary confinement. I don't understand the nature of what is going on inside of the estate, but something has happened.
That's why we're here. And we've had some concerning things happen to us in the past 24 hours. We are fairly confident that Lord Wan is up to no good, and I know that you're hesitant to provide more information the other night, but now is the time. If there's anything you know that could help us as we try to figure out what's going on inside those walls.
Today started normal, as usual. I was going about my cleaning and attending the lady. And then there were strangers. I think I had seen them once before, but I try not to meddle in the affairs of my lord. It is unbecoming of someone like me of my station. It is not my purpose. I am here to serve the lady. Maybe they have something to do with the mine. Mine closed down. It only recently opened back up. Perhaps they purchased the mine. They were strangers. Several of them. Wearing black robes.
Are they still here?
I believe so.
Is Lady Lee all right?
Last when I saw her, yes, but we were separated. The Lord...
Why?
The Lord... He's... A frenzy has taken over him. He is nonsensical. He is paranoid. I don't quite know what caused him to act like this, but he was acting out, and fearing for Haru, I took them away.
Where's Lady Lee now? Where would you expect?
Probably somewhere in her room. I don't know.
Where would Lord Wan go?
He has a study. Perhaps his study or his room. His room is adjacent to hers. They are right next to each other.
So they do sleep in separate beds.
Yes.
Is there anyone else that's maybe in danger inside?
There are other attendants and workers. I think the gardeners are probably still inside. The gate was closed, and there was a great sound of crashing, and I don't know what else. Something terrible has happened on the other side of those walls. I fear for the lives of anyone back there.
I think Kyungbo looks back at the rest of the group and goes, we need to make sure that Lady Lee can get out safely and that all the other people inside can leave.
This is indeed it's a touchy situation, isn't it?
Kyungbo will reach into their money pouch and grab 10 gold pieces from it and give it to Yoon and go,
Oh, no.
Go to Gwanboram, her inn, and stay there for the night. Keep yourself and Haru safe. If we find anyone else inside, we will send them as well. I fear that there is something quite terrible happening with Lord Wan, and the further away everyone is, the better.
Oh. No, I cannot take your coin, but...
You will. You will go.
Roll me persuasion or intimidation, whichever you prefer.
Ooh. I think this is a little bit of intimidation.
Yeah.
It's
very interesting.
That's a 15 intimidation.
Hey. She looks resolute. unwavering, but you are an equal match to her. Thank you. She holds out her hand.
And quickly, before you go, would you know of any other ways that we might be able to enter? We have some larger and harder to hide silhouettes among our party, and
She's
gesturing
talking
to
about me.
no, also Suho, all really all of us. Let's not kid ourselves. These horns aren't fitting under a hood. Um,
She's bad with sticks.
Never going to let me live that one down.
Unfortunately, it is only out the front gate. But if you were to climb over the wall, the orchard is likely the best place. You'll have much to disguise you. The trees and the bushes. I will say, it might help you to know that Lord Juan has a workshop. There is a secret entrance in his office. You might want to look at the bookshelf in there.
Oh, that is deeply helpful. Thank you very much.
I know that he spends many long hours retreating into it, so it is likely you will find him there.
Oh, and Haru, Tashi's going to approach and with just sleight of hand pull from behind Haru's ear a little gold coin. And while she has the little kid's attention, she's going to crumple that inwards, and it's going to turn into one ball bearing, and closing her fist again, shaking down, revealing 10, and passes it over as like, hey, some makeshift marbles to help pass time at the inn.
See these little fingers greedily and without much dexterity at all, just sort of grab them. Little sticky fingers.
Maybe a little bit of a choking hazard, but it's just
No, they're big enough. Like it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no danger here. And you see them just have like a fistful of these balls in their hand, and they look up at you with these large eyes, glistening and curious, as they give you a great big smile. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Please, be careful. I don't know what has possessed the Lord, but he is not his usual self.
Well, when the pins start falling out of your bed of lies that you've built an empire upon, people tend to, excuse my language, lose their shit a little bit. So,
Haru, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that language, Haru.
kids can say shit.
Baby says, "Ah!" Incoherent, uncommon.
Now, when that baby's first word is shit, we'll have Tashi to think. We need to go.
It'll be a little funny though.
Yeah, it will be.
You see Yun begins to leave and head in the direction of the Chumak.
Well, over the wall or through the door?
I believe over the wall may be a good course of action. I'm gonna take them by surprise.
How tall is the wall?
It's about 20 feet.
Is it stone that would be like climbable, or would we need to fashion a way?
You see that it's about 20 feet of stone and clay, steepled roofs, and the front doors, the gate there has these imposing large wooden doors that go up to 25. So it's climbable, but it is going to be a little difficult.
Is there, to the group, is there a way for us to take a look to see what's behind the doors? Or should we just plan to go through over the wall?
Well, I'll point out over here, if you can see that being.
Mhm.
Typically, I find it very easy to climb when there's two angles meeting a point. You position your body between both of those and slink over if you're not dexterous enough. Or you can go through the front gate where I'm assuming if this is the only entrance, it might be guarded on the other side. We never let us stop us before, so. Also, you have Chop Chop.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, wait, what would Chop Chop do?
How long is Chop Chop?
It's like about 10 feet. It's like a large creature, so.
I mean, Chop Chop's 10 feet, made of clay and stone, and I'm sure it has all the details of a serpent dragon, which means they could post their body up, stiffen up, and we at least have 10 feet of easy climbable surface. We have all this fabric here. We can fashion a knot rope, throw it over.
Rope as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll need one survival roll for someone, and we'll do it at advantage as we have Chop Chop come get involved with this.
I've got a 1 in survival, so maybe someone
got
else.
2 in survival.
I got a 3.
Oh, I got a 4.
Nice.
Oh.
One's gonna ask you to roll anyway. It's your Chop Chop.
Okay. Survival at advantage, please.
That is 13 plus 4, so 17.
Okay. You begin to move towards this joint between the two courtyards here. You remember there being an orchard, and you remember there being a sort of welcoming area and a stable and a number of buildings. I'm going to assume that everyone moves over, basically like over in this corner here. We'll have Chop Chop in the corner. Okay. This is what you see. Hold on. You see a number of people all around the courtyard. In the main courtyard, there are several guards, and it appears that they are patrolling. In the orchard, you see 2 people dressed as gardeners on the ground, almost as if they have fallen. They don't move.
And is that Kyungbo on top who's getting this vision?
It's up to you. Whoever you want to hoist up there.
Yeah, I kind of see Chop Chop and Kyungbo being like sort of the two like helping somebody scramble over. So if someone else wants to be the one on top.
Kimbo.
Hengbu. Would you like to?
I'll report back to the group what I see.
Okay. Let me get a perception check from King Boo. Let me see if you pick up any other details.
+5.
Oh yeah. Okay, dirty 20 plus 5. 25.
Nice.
25, very nice. As you're looking over the courtyard, you can see that the people that are laying down in the orchard, they seem to be asleep. And you notice that there is a strange scent emanating from the trees. Something that you didn't catch before. So you get the sense that something is going on there.
Is it similar to the mushroom house at all? Descent?
It is not, but I'll go ahead and say because of that line of thinking, you get the sense that these two people have been knocked out by something. So the chances are, if you come slinking down over this wall, they're not going to wake up.
Yeah, I'll mention that to the group as well. I think this is our path of least resistance.
Nothing. After you.
Okay. As each and every one of you begin to climb into the orchard, there is an ominous moon that highlights the silhouettes of you for the briefest of moments as you climb over the shingles and sink down into this small place of paradise. That is where we're going to end the session for today.
Dun-dun-dun.
Lord Juan.
What are you up
Not
to,
happy with
Lord
him.
Juan? What's up,
What are
guy?
you up to?
What are you
Buddy.
doing?
Buddy, you seem naughty. Naughty guy.
So we will tune in next time to see what happens as we enter the estate. What is Lord Juan up to? What is happening? And who are these strangers? All of those answers to be continued. In the meantime, please check out the Black Market Guide to Immortality. There's a QR code here, and you can also find links to it over on our social media as well. There's also a giveaway. This is the last call for the giveaway. Use !enter to join the giveaway. All right, we're gonna do some outros here. So please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's episode was. And we'll start with Faria.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Fariha. You can find me at Fariha or Ask Fariha on Instagram and TikTok and Threads, Blue Sky. I am a variety content creator focused on comedy and good storytelling and the joy of learning and a bunch of just artistic and athletic disciplines. And I have been Tashi today in like half makeup, who is the tiefling rogue who's got a past that we're unraveling more and more of as we go. But today, oh, that was so fun. I love RP heavy episodes so much. Because we get to just pull on threads. We get to pull on the threads of the sweaters and unravel them of like each of the characters. And gosh, I feel like all of my favorite parts were the low-key things that hint towards more character lore for each and every one of us. The cooking process of Kangbu, the hunger of Suho that seems to be growing and causing him unrest, and Kyungbo and I even just getting to develop that relationship a little bit more, because I think there was like a little, oh yeah, this dumb newbie doesn't know what he's doing, and then coming around to respecting each other a bit more and having that connection was really good. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Go over to Brandon.
Hello everyone. My name is Brandon R. Kim. You can find me there. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I make D&D content. I played the Jangsung tactician Kyungbo tonight. Man, I think one of my favorite moments was just Kangmu jumping off the cliff, and then Eldritch Blast pulling that dwarf
That was
off the
epic.
cliff, and then just Misty stepping back was beautiful. That was such a fun moment there. A moment of like, what is he doing? But yeah, that was very fun. Yeah, and I love having this villain really come to form, this Lord Juan character. So excited to see what is happening in this royal establishment. Man, up to no good. We're gonna get him.
We're gonna get him. Thank you so much. Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm Replay K. You can find me at Replay K on Twitch and on Blue Sky, and Replay_K everywhere else. Today I had the pleasure of playing Kangbu, the culinary forward dwarf warlock. Oh man, yeah, tough to pick a favorite moment. I feel like I was locked in the whole time. I think maybe when we were in the inn, just getting to see, despite our appearances and our aggressive natures in some contexts, seeing the inherent good in everybody and, repairing the shop without asking, and helping her out. I thought that was very sweet and very touching, and a nice little balance as well.
I like a very humanizing element. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, like leaving your mark on the world in such a small way. Like she might even not even notice, right? Like,
Right.
oh, I love it so much. Thank you so much. I'll head on over to Technique.
Hello, I'm Technico Frank, and you can find me on the Blue Sky at Technique. You can find me on here, Twitch. It's Technique. I'm here a little too much. And you can find me on goodness gracious, Instagram. It's Frank Ellaby. Where else am I? TikTok is technique.tv because somebody likes to take your name. And YouTube is Technique TV. So you can find me on those. Feel free to follow. I put out gaming news, new releases and stuff like that. I'm trying to survive in that realm. But other than that, I play Suho, an old 900 plus Gumiho. And yeah, it's interesting. It's really fun playing him because he's a beast, and it's interesting because I've never played a beast before in the campaign. So I like to try to throw in little silhouettes of this is not a human. It's like you always have in your head to play a good person and do good morale, have good morale and stuff, but it's a predator, man. It goes after what it needs, and instincts take over. My favorite part was I love, Stella, how you play Wamboram. I love her so much. She's definitely my favorite character. She's so lovable. I love the art as
She's
well.
auntie.
And yeah, she is. And I just stare at the image while you're playing, and I envision all this stuff. It's really, really cool to see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the sparkle in her eye. She's holding a coin. Yeah.
Mhm. She knows what's
I
up.
just realized that you have the same hat as her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How fitting.
I might be dressed up as a certain character that reoccurs, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dwarf innkeeper and also Song Jiho.
Mhm.
Both of them are really fitting, but I don't know. Guan Boram is that's my heart. I love the character a lot. I like how you play her, so it's really nice to see her. I was like, if anything happens to her, Lord, it's gonna be bad. But yeah, it's great fun session. And I appreciate everybody's lovely RP and how everyone gets into character is really fun. Seeing how everybody takes a different route in how they do combat. That's probably my favorite part.
Thank you so much. I'm Stella Luna. You can find me, Stella Luna, here on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all other social media and YouTube. And I do this all the time. If you want to see more of this, you can find all the updates over on my Blue Sky at stellaluna.tv. And before we button out, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's watching this on Twitch, everyone who is watching this on YouTube, and then also to our sponsor, Nine Heavens Press, without we would not be able to do this lovely campaign. Please get your hands on this book. It is over 500 pages, and some of the art that we showed, all of the art that we showed here today is in the book, and it's absolutely stunning. I just cannot wait to show you what else we've got in store. Make sure you tune in next time because it's gonna be juicy. Thank you for being here. Happy AAPI month. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.